Dota All-Star Mason made his splash on the competitive scene by shitting on kids who have been making pennies for years while he strolled in and won multiple tournaments and made fat stacks. Widely regarded. What the fuck is this pasta? You guys remember when my chat had moderators and wasn't just a lawless wasteland? Like, who pastas this kind of nonsense? Like, Jesus, guys. Have some class. Have some decorum. Even in Gwent closed beta, we were allowed to pasta the chat. This chat had never had moderators, that's true. God. Ah, this is so weird. What are, like, it's like the tusk is paired. The tusk is paired, but it's a tusk. And this pack is Razor, Ogre, Tiny. If the game is balanced, I'm supposed to lock for 2 tusks and a Tiny. God, this is so weird. This has to be a lock. But there's a consideration to do something stupid like Tiny Razor Ogre. I mean, okay, Ogre might be too stupid. Yo, what's up, the Red Baron? Welcome to the 1-8K club. I don't fucking know anymore. This is, like, too bad game isn't balanced. I feel like I get kind of punished if I don't go Razor Ogre. I don't know, man. It's a level 2. Tiny Razor is auto lock. Guys, it's a pair. It's a linked pair. Guys, Primordials are good. They are good. Throwing in the first round, not picking Razor. Guys, Primordials can't be that good. Can lock it again. Guys, they're good. I get it. But they're not like that good. They're not this good. Look how good this is. This is a meaty guy who does 88 DPS. And we're on the path for the 3rd warrior. And what the fuck is this pack? Jesus Christ. I guess I just have like 1 less unit on my bench. Oh well. Guys, it's a pair. It's a linked pair. We're linked on warriors. We complete it. You take the linked pair, guys. I know Primordials are busted. I get it. Primordials are 50% less melee damages on average. I mean, it depends on attack speed, right? Or is that just always true? Blightstone versus Blade Mail. I mean, Blade Mail sucks, but it's still better than these. So Blightstone and Gloves of Attack are about the same, right? I mean, the thing about Blade Mail is like I have a 2-star unit. It deals 30% damage back to attacker while charging their mana casually. So it deals 30% back to attacker while charging their mana casually. Blightstone is approximately 14% per attacker on the unit I'm attacking. And Tranquil Boots is theoretically garbage. In early game, it's probably better than Blightstone if you don't have like a good Blightstone carrier.
You called?
I'm starting to think Tranquil Boots is a little low key, guys. It's actually kind of good for the first 10 rounds when fights are really slow. Guys, look, we have Primordials anyway. Calm down. I feel like I haven't gotten Druids in a while. You guys actually would have locked for that Razor Ogre? You guys are such trolls. Like, I get it. I know primordials are OP, but it's a pair. Jesus Christ. Outcome bias. Not like this. I mean, you're not wrong. I'm not trying to be strolling in here and being all outcome biased. I mean, if we're looking at outcome, you could say that I'd have the ogre completed by now if I had locked that. I'm just saying, like, I mean, the pair completes. Tusk is a trash can. Guys, he got buffed. He got 50 more HP. Look at this. He's a little bit of a trash can, but he's my trash can. 50 HP in a time where primordials are like 4 times as good as they once were. Tusk is 50 more HP. Feels good, man. So here's the Ogroid completing. Yeah, this is just good, guys. We'll go with the classic T formation. We'll have our assassin catcher in back here, protecting our Slardar. He's our squishiest DPS boy. This Slardar is taking on the role of Shadow Fiend for this comp, so we'll position him and item him accordingly. He looks like a fish, but he's actually our low-key Shadow Fiend. His ogre wants to catch assassins, and we've got our like tanky front line of like warriors, primordials, and a level 2 with a blade mail going to town. Looks pretty good. $50 more HP means he'll get disarmed more. Yeah, that's true. Guys, he's not that bad. Like, of course he's bad, but like, look, listen. Beasts are better now. Savage units are better now. Early game makes pairs better. So, I don't want to be that guy, but Tusk is on the up and up. Look at this Lycan coming in hot. Lycan coming in very hot. This Lycan is now our Shadow Fiend for the day. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Easiest sale of my life. There's some inkling to keep the bounty hunter, but that's just fucking dumb. Dude, look at this Tusk going off. We found the Lycan. We got the tiny, you know, level 2 anyway. We didn't find another Razor. Guys, obviously it was the right choice to go for the linked pair. Results don't lie. It paid off. Okay, we lost. Tusk is useless. He may be useless, but he's a useless level 2. Look at He's a level 2. How useless could he be? Like, I'd take a useless level 2 over a useful level 1. Every damn time. Should I run Shadow Fiend over Ogre? Ogre level 2 is really bad, right? I mean, like a Morphling would be better. What am I doing with this Ogre? I should run like anything but Ogre here, basically. Luckily, this Quap is just casually ignoring my Shadow Friend. Shadow Fiend without a paired Warlocks does feel like he's not like the most amazing thing ever. Alas. And there's just like, I think it is just a universal truth. I think it's just a universal truth that leveling here is bad. I guess I wouldn't mind like an alchemist or a necro. I mean, I am on warlocks, right? Let's level here. Let's take the pre-level. Let me just disregard what I'm saying. I think the pre-level, just because we're not on outs and we have the warlock with an open pair that we want to find like an alchemist or necro, our odds of a tier 4 go from 2 to 7. So I think it's got to be a bit better to do this. It's arguable I should have gloves on Shadow Fiend instead of Lycan. It might be more important though to get my mana up faster for Lycan. I could have like a better assassin catcher. Now that I have 2 squishies in back, assassins do kind of rip my butthole open. One toss. That's great. Bloodseeker just disarmed himself and then literally died of old age. Like, Bloodseeker in the year of our Lord 2019. Imagine that. Imagine being a Bloodseeker picker. Good stuff. So who's better chainmail and who's better blade mail? It probably is like this, right? Like blade mail on Tusk and chainmail on Tiny. Keeping Tiny more alive more longer would make more sense because he has more primordial. He has 1 more primordial than Tiny. Tiny doesn't have any primordial. No, sorry. Tusk doesn't have any primordial. Tiny has 1 primordial. Pretty solid. I could get some upgrades. I don't really know what the direction forward here is. I mean, we could just jam primordials. I don't know. This guy in first place has 4 primordials. This guy in second place has 2 primordials. I've got 2 primordials in third place. Fourth place has 2 primordials. Fifth place has 2 primordials. Sixth place has 2 primordials. Seventh place has 3 primordials. And eighth place has 2 primordials. I don't know if you guys might be able to detect some kind of pattern here. And we just took Summoning Stone, guys. End me. Why would I do that? So 150 more HP and 45 more DPS. I don't know, 150 HP kind of matters on these little wolfy boys, actually. Okay, let's look at these early roll potentials. So we're on outs of like Morphling and Lycan, or like any solid Warlock. I think I'd rather get an early level 7 though. Like earlier level 7, if I want to play for power, gives me the ability to maybe run. I mean, I am looking to upgrade Veno. It's not close enough here. I think I do want to be in like Savages or Primordials. Now here's an out deleted. If we take this, we can sell up easily. And suddenly, like, rolling, even if I was thinking about rolling before, it can't be worth it now. I don't think it's possible for it to be worth it now. Because of founding this, our outs are reduced by 1, so we're looking for 1 less thing on a roll, and we're blacklisting 4 instead of 5. So the roll value is just like, it just has to be too bad here. There's some transition into Assassins, but I don't think so. This can't be the game for it. It's like, we have Summoning Stone, and apparently new Summoning Stone is decent. Just level 2 Morphling is the only inclination towards Assassins, and level 2 Morphling can do other things too, so it's just no reason. Change completes.
You'll all be safe with me here.
I mean, is this better than a Shadow Fiend? The Shadow Fiend unit is pretty good, I've heard. Wonder why I just did that. Nah, oh well. I mean, with Summoning Stone and like Furion just being generally better now, isn't this better than Shadow Fiend? Like without a Warlock too. If I had a Warlock, that might be the difference maker. But as much as I like Shadow Fiend, it's level 1 against a level 2 Furion that just got buffed in a pretty massive way with Summoning Stone. And without a Warlock. And I'm not, obviously there's no room to put Veno in here. That doesn't really make sense. There's a Lycan improvement. Attack speed on Lycan is just good. He's got good DPS at level 2, and he wants to gain mana faster. Keep in mind, Summoning Stone is, or sorry, Gloves of Haste is literally 20% damage. It's just DPS. I said a few times before, it's like it scales off your damage. I was wrong about that. It's just a multiplier for total DPS based on how attack speed works. So it makes his 100 DPS go to 120, and it increases mana gain by attacking. He's high DPS, and he needs mana badly because like the earlier you get Summon Wolves, the better, just by a good bit. Level 3 Enchantress is an unironic thing, I think.
Keep the team from dying? Definitely.
Need to replace the Tusk with Slardar. What? It's a level 2. Okay, his beasts are good right now. Beasts are in fashion right now. This is good. This is kind of what we want. I don't know if we have enough gold to go to 7 on 16 now. Like I said before, 7 on 16 is like high economy, 7 on 17 is like low economy. I think it's more like a 7 on 17 game. We haven't been like streaking quite enough, and our board is actually has a lot of our gold in it, right? Like normally by this point of the game we'd have a extra bank, and like we've had like 5 more gold in our bank, but we have like 9 gold in this Lycan, 6 gold in this Morphling, etc. Like we've got a very expensive board, so I think I'm fine just like delaying this by a turn. Should be good. Tooth and Claw 3 stars is the nuts. Fuck you, Relic. I don't know. I mean, if we're thinking about that more, it's possible Relic is better. But either way, I know I'm going to try this. I'm not 100% sure this is better than Relic, but I won't know unless I try, so I basically have to force it anyway. Venomancer completes quite a bit here for 1 interest point. Let me try this. So we'll position like this. If we look at our items and positions, let's break this down. It'll actually be a little bit easier to do when I can show you my board. This is a close fight. This guy's getting a lot of disarms on us. I think I'm pretty happy I leveled up for that Veno in this fight. This was actually pretty close. It looks like, I mean, the way you look at the end of the fight is deceptive, because it's like we finished this fight with like 3 level 2 units still alive, so you're like, well, how much impact could this Veno have had? But quite a bit. Like early game like attacks will just snowball really hard, like the late game outcome that you see at the end, and also it completes like the higher degree of Savage as well. So suddenly, like, going to an early level 8 and getting online, I wouldn't mind a Lycan 3. I mean, I'm going down with the ship on this one, right? Is Treant better than Furion? I think Furion with new Summoning Stone has to be better than Treant, right? That's so weird. That's so weird. What a strange time to be alive. We could have level 1 Shadow Fiend instead of level 2 Morph, but Morph is just too good. And I think that's the only flexible part on our board. Okay, so let's have a look at this positioning. So we have our front line as our front line. There's kind of a lot I can break down here. Because this positioning, these last 2 fights have been like really close, and this positioning has really helped me secure these. So we have our front line, right? Simple. We have our 2 primordials and our fairly, like, I guess I can say expendable Tusk. I wouldn't necessarily mind Lycan being on our front line as well. Could be okay. But Tusk is like, I don't really mind if he dies, whereas Lycan, yeah, we can move Lycan to the front line now that he's 2-starred. I think it's fine. Although he does really, like, he's so much DPS if I lose it. Nah, let's keep it like this. So I think the most important thing is, like, you have your front line. These 2 corners are your, like, vulnerable corners. These are what people are going to go on with more units. Because if they're coming from, like, the side or the side, they're going to possibly get gone on by, like, 2 or 3 units. We see our tiny 2 here with Chainmail and Primordial getting attacked by 3 units here. So it's good that, you know, we have him on the side there. You want your kind of, like, slightly more squishy unit to be in the middle. And Morphling is a really good frontliner because A, he's level 2 and he gets level 2 like quite early, but B, you know, he's primordial and he waveforms away. Morphling is kind of deceptive as a unit. A lot of new players would think it's not a frontliner, but it totally is, especially when it gets level 2, because you want to get attacked with primordial and you just want to take some damage and waveform away. That's kind of the whole idea. Witch Doctor? Witch Doctor's not bad in this build. We could go Witch Doctor, right? I think I'd probably rather be on Venomancer, though. This is a big upgrade. I'll burn this interest point for a Shadow Fiends. It, like, completes Warlock, and a level 1 Shadow Fiend is just generally a big upgrade. I actually don't think I need these trees, so I think I'm fine hitting this interest point like this as well. So, furthermore, Lycan is kind of tanky. He is going to run up on the side. He's my DPS, but I have enough of a sufficient tank lineup here. He's not really vulnerable to assassins. He can just kind of run up on the side after things have engaged, and I want to keep him alive. He's kind of most protected, just like taking 1 extra step, getting to the fight like a tiny bit later, just to make sure he lives longer with his, like, I'm committing it to him, I have my gloves of haste on him, and I need to make sure he stays alive through, like, these bursts, right? We have our Enchantress, Shadow Fiend, and Venomancer kind of most protected. We have our Furion being our Assassin Catcher. Now, I'd actually have Enchantress back here too to catch Assassins as well. But the one problem is that her attack range is 2. As far as I know, I think she's the only hero in the entire game that has an attack range of 2. So she actually has no choice but to be right behind the front line with these. My Furion's kind of important to have, and this is part of the reason I can't replace him with Tree. He's catching Assassins against, like, Shadow Fiend and Venomancer, who are very, very squishy and very, very vulnerable to Assassins for that reason. So we can go ahead and flip over to try to just, like, you know, give tomato, potato. Something like this is going to be necessary. It's very important that Shadow Fiend is in exactly this corner. Because, so if we look at these, like, aggro boxes, tomato spawns exactly here, right in this square. So if Shadow Fiend is anywhere but this exact corner, he has a chance to attack potato. Or tomato. Did I say? I get them mixed up. You really want to be focusing potato more than tomato. I think, like, when in doubt, if you over-focus potato, it's still fine. You still win. But if you over-focus tomato, you will lose the game. And potato has so much more armor. Like, you can't really lose. If you kill potato too quickly, like, tomato sucks so much, you still kill him, right? It's just like, you're so worried about killing the other one first. Elusive for 3 seconds is really good, I think. It kind of doesn't really work that well with my warrior frontline, though. I think that's better than Maelstrom. I am not 100% sure. Maelstrom's not bad. It kind of, like, I don't know. I might have, like, I mean, I had a really good formation, and now it's like, suddenly it doesn't make that much sense. And we're on a couple of things to roll for, I think. Here's Lone Druid, which is pretty solid. I need to, like, I need to fix this formation. My Enchantress, like, can't attack from here. My Veno is vulnerable to Assassins. I need some time to, like, refigure out how elusive targets might change this. Profit and back for assassins. I mean, there's only one assassin player in the game. I don't know. I mean, elusive targets just for profit and back is not really worth it. I don't know. Maybe it's not worth going. I really like it if you can enable it for free. But, I mean, Maelstrom is actually just a solid item. And I think we already have a front line. I think there's kind of just no way we can enable this. It feels kind of bad. New Lone Druid has to be good. I think this could just replace Enchantress, maybe? I'm gonna basically roll until I find, like, a Shadow Fiend upgrade, and then I'm probably gonna stop rolling. Here's Sand King. Sand King with this is pretty nuts. Venomancer is completing Warlock. I think I can honestly take, like, an aggressive 9. Now that I found the Shadow Fiend upgrade, I'm kind of, like, suddenly not really close to stuff, right? I need to figure out my positioning here. And it's not a terrible idea to try to go Enchantress. I think this elusive targets was like a really blatant misplay. If we just go Maelstrom, like I want to swap out the Furion anyway for Enchantress, I think. I don't know if I even want to go 6 Savage though. 6 Savage is kind of a meme. It's probably like just an unnecessary overcommitment. Even if I have Tooth and Claw 3-star, it's like, it's not that much better than Tooth and Claw 2-star. It's like 13 instead of 10. You can't go like 6 Savage just off of that, I think. Nice pathing, Tiny. We don't have a streak to protect. Nature's Prophet with Lone Druid, level to 9 and play Sinking. Yep, that's honestly my plan. And this is why I don't like that I went elusive targets. It just makes no sense, I think. Like, we already have a front line. It's just kind of awful. I don't know. I want to test it out more. It's kind of hard for me to like not pick new stuff just because I feel very much like I just want to make sure I'm testing new stuff. And I think this elusive targets 100% evasion is such a powerful concept. Like, look at everything that's attacking him is not getting attacked mana for the first 3 seconds of the fight, which is a big deal. Like, it's like a negative Crystal Maiden aura, right? Think about it like that. And that's so incredibly powerful. Like, we might have just won this fight off of it. Probably not in a comp like that, but it's kind of close in some situations.
My services come with a price.
We just chill. The other thing is, like, 6 Savages is kind of a bit of a meme. I don't think 6 Savages is really worth running. Even in this, like, I think Savages is good, but I think you still don't run 6. And Summoning Stone does kind of incentivize me a bit towards Nature's Prophet than Lone Druid. There's a good chance elusive targets wasn't worth taking at the time. But I think since we're already in it, it's probably worth it running Furion over Enchantress. So the Tusk? I could have a Sand King one instead of a Tusk too, but I mean, the third warrior is valuable as well. Are you guys serious? It's a level 2 completing like 2 neat things. Obviously the unit's like not ideal, but I mean, come on guys. It's a level 2 completing this neat thing. Like, the Veno is doing less for me than the Tusk if I have, like, a decent Warlock to put in. Oh, you mean on the bench? Oh, okay. I'm going for, like, a Lycan level 3 here, I think. Get scaled. I think I like getting scaled here. It's kind of cute. Disruptor is just generally good. I don't think I can be building this tiny. Siphon? Oh shit. That's a nice siphon. New siphon is so good now. I don't know if I want Alchemist. And I think like we're gonna have to flip this board basically. We have to do like a hard transition. Let me figure out what I actually want to do. I needed like a path forward here. I think like 4 warlocks has to be necessary right now. We probably want to get out of like 3 warriors. I don't know if I can get out of primordials quite yet. It still feels a little bit early. I have to be out of Venomancer. I think keeping the scaled might have been necessary. We want like a Lycan 3-star. Play for this. Positioning is still off here. I'm not sure if I want Necrophos. I want to have 4 warlocks. I need like 3 stars at this point. I don't know. These last like few rounds have been pretty messed up, obviously. I need a plan going into it. That's my biggest issue. I think Disruptor is probably more important than Scaled. I think I can abuse the casting a lot better. I don't think I want to be Unscaled, honestly. I don't think I can really be in Gyro right now either. Disruptor is a really good upgrade. Go for 4 warlocks with like a Necro. It feels a little awkward to be a Necro without being in Undead at all. Need to go a little bit faster too. I have this bad habit of playing like kind of idealistically. Oh, my Disruptor actually got pretty tough. You need SK now? I think SK at level 1 is kind of bad. I'd like to still have a level 2 SK. I think level 2 SK is part of my endgame board. And then we're 1 away from the Creeperons right now, which means I don't think I really want to blow my load. This guy at 30 health is actually still at fully con as well. Pudge is suddenly something to think about if I want to be on 4 Lock. It's possible 4 Lock is just like kind of wimpy now and I shouldn't be thinking about it. It's very possible. I do still like the 3 warriors. I honestly do. Like, Tiny has a good stun. Shadow Fiends are a little vulnerable here, but it's still just like an RNG on who they're gonna target. Wow, they went for both Shadow Fiends. I guess I got the coin flip on moving first. So my warriors moved up and went for the Shadow Fiends. That's fine though. Pudge 1-star is better than Tusk. Tusk is completing 2 Savage. Tooth and Claw. Yeah, it might be better. It's about the same. Completing Heartless is a lot more powerful than completing Savage. It's about twice as powerful. Okay, so we'll take that, and I'll just, like, roll it down the rest of the way, I think. I mean, I need, like, Shadow Fiends and Lycan upgrades. I don't think I go to 10 here. I just, like, I don't think I really can. I think it's just a lot better to just upgrade what I have the ability to upgrade, right? I don't know. Maybe this is wrong. Because, like, I'm not that close to these upgrades. It's, like... 2 Shadow Fiends and 3 Lycans. I don't know if I can justify not going to 10. Wait for Recruiter first. Maybe. That's the kind of play I'd make. Like I said, I'm kind of idealistic. I mean, it's very funny, but obviously at this stage in the game I have to go for something else. I think Refresher is just better. As much as I like the idea of Mask of Madness, I have no unit I can put it on here. We're committed. We're committed to the roll down all of a sudden. That's okay. So if we look at our outs now, we still are on like the triple Lycan, but that's basically not happening. The Refresher on this guy is probably... I'm not tanky enough. If I had like something like Brawny up, it would be tanky enough to get it off, but it's really, really important I get Refresher off. So I'm gonna need it on someone else. I can put it on Shadow Fiend, wouldn't be that bad. This, apparently his thing just dealt about 4,500 damage, which is pretty good. And he doesn't have an attack item on him for some strange reason. Yeah, these Gloves of Haste, as soon as my Shadow Fiend got to level 2, these Gloves of Haste have been on the wrong unit for like 15 rounds now. I mean, Disruptor having Refresher is like kind of win more a little bit. I wouldn't mind it on Sanking, honestly. I wouldn't mind completing Sanking at all here. We'll probably take the Refresher off of the Disruptor or reposition him. I can reposition him so he takes a bit less damage. I don't know. I mean, that double Static Storm really helps me here, though. Like, it's mostly overlap. It does give me, like, kind of an extra second. I do think it's kind of win more from a fight perspective, though. So I could take it off. And the second Lycan is not doing, like, an incredible amount either. We have a Floating Warrior. Now that we have Troll Warlord in that slot. We don't want to be floating this Warrior. So suddenly the Sand King gives me a free thing here. I think Refresher on Sand King is honestly pretty good. I do want to be on like 2 Savages. We've got the Savages and the Heartless because of this. I don't know, Refresher on Sand King is just sweet, right? So we can cut down on the Tiny because we have the Troll Warlord instead here. Got Summoning Stone. It's kind of like falling off, obviously, but it's still fine. He's trying to split his comp because we have like AoE that's nuking him down, mostly in the form of Static Storm. So he's making himself a lot safer against Static Storm by doing that. It's possible Refresher on Sinking doesn't really do enough. Just give it to SF. I was thinking about giving it to SF. It's not bad. It has a decent opportunity cost on SF. I think I'd really want to put it on something that's a disabler. As much as like SF ulting is good, and as much as the health is important, I think SF just does better when opponent units are disabled, right? Like as long as I get disables, I win the fight, and nothing else matters. Also, the opportunity cost on SF is higher, because Gloves of Haste is 20% DPS, and this like, I mean, when you think about it like 20%, it's a really, really big deal. It's 20% DPS for the green bar, and 20% faster for the blue bar to even come out, right? That's like, if we're just looking at it from like, you know, a probabilistic stance of getting a spell off, which we shouldn't be, but that's like 2,000 damage, right? And I don't have the ability to put Gloves of Haste on anyone else, right? 20% is really, really huge. Like, it's a small tier 1 item, but I think it does more than I think a lot of people immediately think at first. And like, I can put Refresher on 3 different heroes and it'll be good, but there's kind of no other hero I can put Gloves of Haste on for it to be really good. And like I said, I just want it on a Stunner. I'm not sure if these are fine. I mean, yeah, I mean, Gloves of Face is like cute on Troll Warlord. Wouldn't be terrible, but he's not really doing nearly as much as my Shadow Fiend 3-star. We swapped out the Pudge for the Lycan, or sorry, for the Tusk later. We could have transitioned a few things earlier. There were like 2 rounds where we were transitioning that were really, really sloppy. You guys were pointing that out, like, absolutely. We had some, like, that's kind of my biggest weakness, the slow transition. I spend too much time, like, planning out what I actually want to be at. And also, I think it was just a mistake to choose elusive targets. The opportunity cost for the Maelstrom was too high. Maelstrom isn't, like, the best item ever, but, I mean, it's better than elusive. We never should have picked this. I wanted to experiment with it. I think it's cute. I think it's good when you need a frontline. Like, when you're in Assassins and you see this, it's solid. But it's honestly, like, it looks better on paper than I think it ends up being, I would say. This is a pretty clean game. I think switching Troll for Gyro might have actually been a mistake, because he was so clumped. I think the call down was doing a lot of work. This switch makes sense when we need to free up... as soon as we get the Sand King, and we need to free up room for a Warrior. We still get Warrior on these 3 units, which is nice. 10 armor is still sweet. So that switch makes sense when we did him for Warrior, but we switched it, I think, a turn too early. And there was a consideration to go to level 10. I guess I'm glad I didn't, though. What level was Soul Sing Siphon? That was 3-star. Siphon got a huge buff. Being able to get Siphon... being able to get Siphon later into the game for it to do more is so good. Because you didn't even want Siphon early anyway. Like, taking Siphon over Chainmail feels so much worse than taking it over something on, like, tier 2 that's, like, decent, but you can at least have a decent item for the first 10 rounds. Because Siphon is useless for the first 10 or 15 rounds. Just go again.